Hello, people. This is Lee here. And I just wanted to, it's kind of funny. Today I was going to go out. I was going to take my dogs out, go hang out with my good friend, maybe go see a movie today. So I got up this morning, getting ready to go in the shower and do all this good stuff. And then I accidentally turned on YouTube. YouTube in the morning. And what did I get? Johnny Alite. That's what I got. Johnny Alite attacking everybody. He attacked, he attacked Sammy Gravano. He attacked Mike Franzese. And as tough as he is, he attacked Angel Gotti because, he's known for attacking women. So why not attack Angel Gotti? And basically, he's blaming everybody for everything going wrong right now, except himself. And these attacks he's doing are being done for the simple fact that he's on the ropes. And I have a quote that was given to me, actually, by Angel Gotti. And it's a fresh quote, just came out. And you have to understand one thing. I do not know Angel Gotti. Angel Gotti reached out to me and said, please get this quote on. And on top of that, and I'm going to tell this to Johnny Alite, right now my show has been averaging 200 subs a day. So here's my challenge to Johnny Alite. My show right now is getting as busy as any show out there. And I know I'm a little show right now, but it's obvious the show's growing. And Johnny Alite today said that he is willing to go speak to anybody, no problem. So I'm going to make a challenge to Mr. Alite. Come on my show. Debate me. I'm not one of your gangster buddies. I'm not a gangster. So you think you are extremely intelligent. You tell everybody how intelligent you are and how stupid everybody else is. So I'm challenging you right now. I'm reaching out to you, Johnny. I'm saying, I'll go on your show or you come on my show. I want to debate you. Now, let's see if you have the guts to debate somebody with a little bit of intelligence. You can get one of these rat gangsters that come on your show and talk about how great they are and all the bad things they did in life and all the murders they committed. Me, I'm just an educated man with a bachelor's degree, and I like school. I like learning. So I think that maybe if I debate you, I can give you a good debate. And I can make people aware of certain things about you. First, here's what I find really strange. You have the same, and this is why going after Sammy Gravano is really confusing. You and Sammy Gravano have the same agent. So is your agent allowing you to do this? Because it sounds like to me your agent isn't doing his job right now. Because if he's representing you and if he's representing Sammy, why is he letting one client of his attacking another client? You said that Sammy's lucky if he murdered one person in his life. You know what? Any amount of people that he murdered is wrong. But it is fact that he has done 8 murders with his own hands. So anybody can go research this and know this. So what you should, and then you said that he shot a 14-year-old boy. You took the age of the 16-year-old boy, which was way wrong, but you made him 14. So I'm sure during your next conversation, you're going to make this 14-year-old boy into a 1-year-old that's being pushed in a stroller by his mother. Because that's how far you go. And then you are attacking Mike Franzese. Excuse me if I mess up these Italian names. I always get knocked for it. Hey, get the names together. Listen, I'm not Italian. I'm not good with their names. I'm going to try my best to put them out there. You attack Sammy Gravano. Okay. Now, here's what I don't understand. These two shows are much bigger than your shows. They have a huge following. And you're out there attacking them today. Talking horrible about them. The problem that you have with Sammy is, here's where you messed up on Sammy. I'm going to tell you a little secret about Sammy you don't know, but I'm going to put it out there today. You are attacking Sammy because Sammy put Jimmy Calandra on his show. This is what it comes down to. You even said this. And he gave credibility to Jimmy Calandra. That is what you're angry about. Okay. So he gave Jimmy Calandra credibility, and Sammy made Jimmy. That's basically what you're saying, even though everybody knows that's wrong but you. Okay. So, you attack Sammy and he has his 500,000 followers. What a dumb move. Why would you make a move like that? Attacking Sammy. You think you're being trolled now? You're going to have Sammy's brigade come after you. And when you talk about trolls, I'm being trolled by your little geek buddies all the time. All the time. I got to go in here and I leave some of the quotes and then I erase some of the quotes. But they're trolling me all the time, Mr. Sensitivity. I find it kind of funny when they troll me because that means I'm getting to you. And you're not the tough guy you want. All 5'1" of you, or whatever your height is, 5'2" maybe. I'm exaggerating, maybe 5'2.5" when you have heels on. You're like Robert De Niro. You probably wear really high shoes to make yourself look like you're 6 feet tall. Okay, and you're like the saying, I try to get out and they pull me back in. That's what I tried to do today. I tried to get out of here. And you pulled me back in. And you don't really have anybody that good attacking you or telling people what you are, because they do it with like a rage and a hate. I do mine with research on you. Okay, and first of all, you made lots of sexist remarks today toward Angel Gotti, saying that she was old. She's the same age as you. Why would you say she's old? She's an old woman. Why would you say something like that? That she has nothing to do? Okay, and so she's 60 years old, she's married, and all her children are by one man. Can you say that? You definitely can't say that, dude. Matter of fact, you have children that won't even speak to you. So you're hitting below the belt. You're going in on her and you're hitting her personal life really, really hard. And you're saying, why is she attacking you? Here's the reason she's attacking you. Because for years, you've been going after her father. What is a child supposed to do when someone attacks their parent? I don't see your kids on defending you. I don't see them anywhere defending you. I don't see your brother defending you. A matter of fact, here's the reality on your brother. Your brother was attacking you at one time, and then your agent went to your brother and said, I'll help you out, just like I helped your brother out. And you know what he wound up doing for your brother? Nothing. He did absolutely nothing for him. So your agent, that's what your agent does. He goes and looks for people and says, hey, look, stop attacking and I'll help you out. But the fact that you have the same agent as Sammy Gravano is mind-boggling. That you would attack somebody that has the same agent. And it's going to be interesting because, I'm kind of disappointed in Sammy because Sammy doesn't have big balls lately. He seems to be trying to let you, attack him because you've been throwing little remarks in and out of there. But, let's get something straight about Sammy. I did a certain show here and Sammy tried to stop it. Sammy picked up the phone and made calls and tried to stop my show because he didn't want me doing a show mentioning you. And I didn't even know Sammy. And he's trying to stop this show so you don't get attacked. And what do? You turn on Sammy. You turn on people that are defending you. Just like you did Junior, you turned on him. Just like you did Senior, you turned on him. Just like you did 200 people with your 302s. Today on your show, you were calling everybody a rat. I'm like, dude, they're 5-pound rats. You are a 10-pound rat. That's the difference. Why would one rat call other rats rats? It's it's like I feel like I'm in kindergarten and you're watching all these kids fight, and the worst kid in the class is the one that's crying and saying that he's being picked on. Okay, so we know that you're a sexist. We know you're a racist because of all the remarks you've made. So we know you're that. We also know you're a rat. We know you're not a good parent. We know your child can't stand you. And then you say what you got to say. You know, you might think that I'm being very vicious right now, but dude, you're vicious. When you start going after a woman, that's vicious. You could say, hey, look, you could say Angel Gotti's wrong. She has no right attacking me. But then what you do is you get personal, about age. And you're the same age as the person you're attacking. What do you look in the mirror and think that you're not aging? That you're 20 or something? And then with the remarks about the kids you're trying to help, you're like Mother Teresa of gangster rats. You should dress up like her and walk around like her. Because according to you, that's who you are. Okay, well, I'm going to put this out there. This is a quote from Angel Gotti. A-Rat is unhinged right now because all his lies are being exposed by his own ex-friends. He is too scared to get in the ring with Jimmy Calandra. He is lashing out like a crybaby he is. There is a real big surprise for A-Rat by the end of this month, and I am counting the minutes. Oh, and he never knew my father. So she's saying, and she wanted this put out there, there's a surprise coming your way. I'm wondering what that surprise is. I have no idea, but it's going to be interesting to see what the surprise is. And then she says, I'm not going to lower myself any longer by exchanging low-life crap with him. I guess he just will have to wait and see what happens. And she says, I had 2 kids with one man unlike him. And then she says, am I divorced? I'm married. I'm 60 years old, 1 year older than him. Okay, that doesn't seem like a vicious attack. You just decided. And listen, if I'm not answering comments yet, I'm just going to do my speaking first, and then I'm going to jump over and work and answer some comments. Okay, and then you attack Mike Franzese, saying that his father is not his real father, that he's his stepfather. So now you're insulting stepfathers. I am a stepfather to 2 children that I raised. A lot of people here that watch this show are probably stepfathers. And stepfathers can be just like fathers. And then you say that Mike Franzese's father called him a rat and is calling him all these names. I mean, can you get any lower, dude? Here's the difference. I don't give a shit what you find out about me and going after me, because I've dealt with billionaires bigger and tougher than you that hate my guts. So you can do whatever you want with me. But I'm giving you this challenge. I am challenging you to come on this show. I will answer you professional questions. I won't attack you. I will not be nasty in any way. This is not getting in the ring. This is, I want to have a battle of wits with you. I know you only have a half a wit, but it still would be kind of interesting, because I have a lot of questions to ask you that nobody asks you. When you go on these shows, let's face it, you call up your agent and says, oh, they're attacking me. You got to do something. Get me a good show out there. But I know damn well your agent is probably pissing in his pants that you're attacking Sammy. So you just went for the trio today of the 3 people, and Franzese and Sammy. I don't even hear them attacking you. So you're opening up this big can of worms and attacking them. And what's worse is you call them rats. Yes, we know Sammy's a rat. Michael, that's questionable. But you ratted against 200 people And it's all written down on 302, so you can't deny it. You gotta stop calling people's rats, dude. You're a rat, and the dudes you hang out with are rats. It's like a rat convention. You know, when you hang out, you could fill up a coliseum like with 2,000, 3,000, a small coliseum with 2,000, 3,000, but you can still fill it up with people just like you. But you know what? A lot of those people, they're out doing their shows and they're trying to survive and they're making some money. They're not doing what you're doing, though. I mean, let's think about it. You know, I don't know how John Jr. can hold it in the way you talk about his family. Because if you talk that way about my family, dude, I'd punch you in the face. And I'm not a tough guy. You might kick my ass, but I wouldn't care. You're just an awful man. Just attacking people. That's your MO. And when they get you on the ropes, you attack them more. Then you go sell your little fancy baseball bats. And then when people question you on the baseball bats and say, hey, why are you glorifying the things that you did with your baseball bats and selling them and laughing about it for a long time because you used those bats to beat people? Well, then you come out the other day and said, you're selling the bats because you used to play baseball. Wow, that was something. That was like a quick turnaround that you made. And, you know, I hear these people attacking you on these silly little shows that they're attacking you, and they're doing it all wrong because they're acting like they got this viciousness toward you. And, you know, when I attack you, and it is attacking you, just like you're going to attack me, I'm sure, sooner or later, because now that my show's getting up there, you're going to attack me. You have to. And the more people that listen, the more you'll start attacking me. Maybe not. Maybe I'll get lucky. Maybe you'll just figure it out. I'm the wrong person to attack because I'd like to take on someone like you. And what gets me too is these trolls that come here and write things about you and they defend you because you put out videos of you standing next to Junior in front of the Raven Knight. And then I'll explain to them a lot of unmade people stand next to Junior in front of the Raven Knight. But there's no evidence of you ever knowing Senior. Well, let me rephrase that. It's obvious that you knew Senior because you were friends with his son. But there's no evidence of you having any ties to Senior that meant a damn thing. Not one. So I want you to take my challenge. I'm really challenging you to come on here. And I would ask people on my show to please let him know. Go on his site and say, Lee Cole is challenging you to come on his show. And if you're man enough, you'll accept my challenge. You'll take me on. Let's do this like men. It's obvious you're a pretty smart man. I mean, look how many people you've hustled into believing you're something you're not. And there's no doubt that I'm sure you can handle yourself and that you're a tough guy. There's no doubt in my mind about that. But what you're doing is you're trying to make yourself 10 times bigger than what you are. Instead of being Yogi Bear, you want to be King Kong. So that's the big difference. I'm going to go over here now and go into the comment room. Okay, so Shane says, yeah, first he was blowing Sammy, hating on Senior. Now Sammy brought Jimmy on and he's dissing Sammy and talking up Senior. He just makes it up as he goes along. Yeah. Oh, that's another thing he was doing today. He was talking about what a great tough man John Gotti Senior was. And I think what he's doing is he knows that the more he attacks Senior, whether you agree with Senior or not, Senior is a legendary mobster. And you attacking him has always been a bad move. Okay. Jason Lucas said, this is entertaining, laugh my ass off. Well, you know what? I'm here to be entertaining, but I'm also telling the truth. And it's very easy to be entertaining when you're talking about this guy. Davey says the loudest guy in a room is never the hardest and always full of hot air. You got it. If you popped him with a pin, he'd blow all over the place. And then Irish Green says, I like Sammy. At least he makes you laugh and he could laugh at himself. That's true. Sammy can. Whether you like Sammy or not, Sammy got a second chance, big time second chance. There's no reason in the world why he should even be out of jail. But he did, and he's doing something with it. And he's not. And Sammy hasn't been really attacking people. Every once in a while, he'll make a remark on his show, but he doesn't, he never attacked Johnny Alite. He was trying to protect him. And then he still attacked him. And then if I buy 3 bats, can I hit you with one? Sure, dude. If that makes you feel good, you can. Okay. You so low level to talk for the Albanian beast. Okay. See, now we're getting his trolls, which is nice. I like his trolls. They're kind of entertaining. If you are in a room full of chimpanzees, he's smart. Okay. How does a guy from Texas know about New York Costa Nostra? Okay, Jimmy, I'm going to tell you a little bit something about me. I grew up in New York. I grew up in the streets. I grew up in Times Square as a runaway as a 16-year-old kid. I survived the streets. I grew up in Brooklyn. I spent a lot of my time on Bragg Street in Sheepshead Bay. I worked for a place called Scaturo's, which was a famous Italian supermarket in Bay Ridge and Bensonhurst. They had several stores. So I moved to Texas because I was smart. I wanted to get the hell out of New York. But I am probably more of a New Yorker than you. My family plots in New York. All my family still lives in New York. My brother was a bodyguard for people in New York City. And my other brother was electrician and foreman of the electrician union in New York. My sister has a martial arts school in New York. So, Jimmy, before you say things about people that you do not know, so I'm not a Texan. I moved to Texas. I like Texas because Texas is more my reality than the way things are going on in this world. And, I got to question myself about being a Trump supporter because Johnny Alite is a big Trump supporter. He says he's being picked on and attacked like Trump. So now I'm like, shit, I don't even know whether I should be a Trump supporter anymore. If Johnny Alite's supporting him, there must be something wrong. Who knows? Only, okay. And James says, I subscribed when you were at 240, and I appreciate it. Today I'm going over 1,000 subscribers, and it's because of you people. And then you'll have people say, well, you're always talking about Alite. You're using him to get, in this business, it's called niche. You got to go with the niche and talk about the niche. But if you do not know what you're talking about, people are not going to listen to you. So, Lost Soul, next thing you know, Alite will claim that he was involved in the Galante. Actually, he has said that he was sitting by the phone at a Lucchese soldier's house, waiting for the phone to ring the night that they were going to hit Paul Castellano. So why not Galante? When you really think about it. And did I do more than Sonny Franzese? Yes, I did. That's it. He was attacking Sonny, something awful today. I mean, he just went into Sonny, attacked Sonny's parents. I mean, this guy has no character whatsoever. He doesn't even know when to stop. So, it's kind of hilarious that this man will just take on the biggest guys in YouTube. It's not a smart business move. Sooner or later, this will catch up to you. When you keep attacking guys of this level, because let's face it, this is a business. YouTube is a business. You're attacking 2 people that make YouTube a lot of money. A lot of commercials go on to those 2 shows, and they make a lot more money for YouTube than Alite does. Alite put this guy Gene on a year ago, and then Gene wound up getting arrested for threatening people and beating people up and stuff. And he was told he can never go back to YouTube and have a show because he glorifies mafia life like Johnny Alite. He was with Johnny Alite. Because of Johnny Alite, Gene, that's part of the reason Gene doesn't have a show no more, because Johnny and him used to sit down and glorify the life. Okay, and Kevin says, you don't mention those not worth mentioning. That's why certain real gangsters stay silent. They don't recognize nobodies. Okay, well, I don't know how to take that, Kevin, if that's something on me or you're saying something about John, but either way, you are entitled to your opinion, and I respect them. Kevin Cullen says, I got my money on you. Well, something, I don't really want to win money. I just want Johnny Alite. You know what? In the reality, I don't care. I like to see Johnny Alite make money off what he's done in his life and stuff. But I also like to see him to stop attacking women and people that are dead. It's like you're attacking John Gotti Jr.'s father, and you're attacking the people around him that are dead. Now you're attacking Sammy. Sammy's a 76-year-old man with a lot of health issues, including Graves' disease. You're attacking him. And then you attack people like Jimmy Clondra, and Jimmy Clondra gets in your face and says, okay, bitch, let's go. And then you reject Jimmy's challenge to you. And I challenge you to come on my show. And not for ratings. I'll go on your show just to debate you. But you know what? I know that you don't have the balls to do it. You know what you'll say? That I'm a keyboard warrior. I'm nothing. I barely know how to use a computer, so I'm not a keyboard warrior. I'm learning a lot about the internet, but I'm not a keyboard warrior. But people, let him know I'm challenging him. See if he has the balls. Right now, we have 138 people live during the middle of the day. That's a lot of people for a live show. It's easy to tape a show and put it up because then you get hits all day long. It's hard to do a live show and have 138 people live, especially when you have a small show like mine. But you know what? In a month from now, I may not be able to call my show small anymore. Not the way it's going. Now I'm up to 143. It just keeps going up and up. And okay, Mark says, pull up any video with this guy in it, and all you see is him talking and talking and talking and talking. Oh, you left something out, Mark. Another talking. Okay, Patrick, what makes you think you know so much about Alite? Okay. He is on the internet everywhere. I don't know much about his personal life, but I know about what he's doing on the internet and the things he's saying. That's what I know about him. So, Patrick, I'll tell you straight up, I don't know much about him personally except the things that I hear, and they're very disturbing. Very disturbing. I don't bring those things up because you know what? That's not that's not my thing. I'm not going to get that vicious. Okay, just so you know. Irish Green, I raised my kids in Bay Ridge. So, I spent quite a bit of time in Bay Ridge myself, for a person that just called me a Texan. Hey, do I sound like a cowboy? Do I sound like a Texan, or do I have a New York accent? And when I was in New York, I worked for real gangsters, not these gangsters that he talks about. He hung around and worked with rats. It was like a rat convention. And anytime I did in jail and stuff, I never went to jail and snitched on anybody. Never. You cannot find 1302 on me anywhere. No place. And things I've done in my life was stupid and was usually about money. That is what you call someone that is a real hustler, not someone that's going out there beating people up with baseball bats and shooting people and killing them. It's easy to shoot and kill people with a gun, or use a baseball bat. And I'm sure when Alite used a baseball bat, he did it from behind, and you never seen him coming. I can't picture him attacking someone from the front because it would look like that dude on Games of Thrones, the little midget. It would look like him coming at you with a baseball bat. So he never batted nobody in the head because he wasn't tall enough. He kneecapped people. He was in the perfect position to kneecap people with a baseball bat because he's usually that height, so he could go to those knees and take those knees out. Irish Green says, how long have you been in Texas? I think you lost your accent a little bit, but you don't sound like you're from Texas. I'm not from Texas. Nope. I've been all over the country. I've been in Florida. I've owned some restaurants. I've done quite a few things. But you know what? Any jail time I did, unfortunately, was in New York. And as you know, New York isn't the place to be in jail. But I was. Okay. Damien says, how about the Albanians beat up Alite and he jumped in the Hudson River at Sweethearts? Yes, he did. He was being beat up. His own people can't. You got to remember what he did to his own people. He pretended that he was Italian, changed his name, and basically said, and Albanians is a great culture, great people, warriors. And he pretended that he was an Albanian. And why would you want to do that? That Albanian is like such a really powerful culture. Why would you just want to disown a culture like being Albanian? Michael Stone, Lee, I'm curious, do you even have teeth? There they are. There they are. I have teeth. Yes, I do, Mike. But let me ask you, Mike, you like to insult me. So what happens if I didn't have teeth? Is that like an intelligent attack by you? Do you have teeth? And you know what, Mike? I got 2 balls. Do you got 2 balls? So I'm guessing you're one of Johnny Alite's little bitches. So you're welcome. And I'm not going to block you. I'm going to let you continue asking stupid questions. Everybody in the room, say hi to Michael Stone. He is one of Alite's boys, and he likes to come on and attack me. And you notice that I haven't taken Mike out. You know why, Mike, I haven't taken you out of my room or blocked you? Because I like entertainment. So you keep entertaining me. You go back and stroke your little buddy there, the little guy, and then you come back here and insult me. Okay? I promise. Here's my promise to you, Mike. I will not take, you're going to be like our entertainment at this show. People, I want you all to say hi to Michael Stone and understand that he's part of the show. He's that part that comes in. He's standing up for Johnny Alite right now. He's debating for Johnny Alite because Johnny Alite doesn't have enough balls to come on my show. So, Mike, you're my entertainment. If you need to ask me anything else besides my teeth, okay, now we know I got my teeth and I have 2 balls. If there's anything else you need to ask me, you go right ahead and ask me. And you report back to Johnny Alite with his little gangsters. Okay. Miami Heat. Okay. Lee, what nationality are you? I'm a little bit of everything, mostly Irish. Mostly Irish. My family came from Ireland years ago. Dublin, and they came over in this country 1700s. They worked their asses off. My family moved and started from Brooklyn, and my family basically grew up in a very poor area of Brooklyn, and that's where I'm from. We're New Yorkers, and that's where my family's from. That's where we went when we came over here from Ireland. We came right to Ellis Island. That's the nationality I am. I hope that helps you in Miami. Michael Stone, laugh out loud. Yeah, just laugh out loud. Let's hope Michael leaves us some more quotes so we have our entertainment, okay? Don't be too harsh on him, people. Michael's just doing what Johnny tells him. Are you worried about Alite putting a hit on you? Alite couldn't hit himself. And let me tell you something. Where I live in Texas, I live in this little town that has a police department, It has a sheriff's department. It has a ton of cowboys. On every street, there's a cop car. And guys from New York look like they're from New York. We know one thing: John Alite's crew will all be wearing sunglasses and leather jackets. But anyway, we could take care of ourselves here. We're not worried about people like Johnny Alite. If I was in New York, I'll be honest with you, I would look over my shoulder. Here, I'm not going to look over my shoulder. And if something happens to me, you guys know what it is. Shit, what's a more exciting way than going out like that? At least you go out in style. Sup, Michael Stone? Okay. Michael, you became famous. I mean, see how famous I made you? Michael Stone likes Olive Garden. Okay. Okay, so Michael Stone is elite made his balls. He was his ball washer. Okay. Sean says, hi, dumbass. Hey, Sean, how you doing? I appreciate you showing up at the show. If you have anything to say to me, you just go right ahead. I'll put you right up there, okay? Okay, you can hang out with Michael Stone. We'll have a little section for you and Michael Stone. You like to get stoned. Hey, Michael Stone without balls. Michael sounds like a douchebag. Hey, Michael Stone, do you have balls? Lee, were you with you a liar is a lame legend in his own mind. Yes, he is. My friend Vinny Vanzano and Mario Bagadonuts says he's a funny guy. Okay. Angel, Demi Straits, it was Sugar Daddy Strip Club. Yes, it was, where he jumped in the river. Jimmy Underwood, New York my whole life. The barbecue, right? I'm not doing a barbecue right now. I guess that settles those for New Yorkers. Middle Village, Queens, baby. Yep. Matter of fact, I worked in Astoria, Queens. I worked in Bayside, Queens. My family plots in Nassau Knolls. So I am what you call a real New Yorker. If anybody has any questions, Lee, my dad taught me a man without enemies is a man without character. Leave him in here. All fun. Hey, no problem, Sean. I appreciate it, man. I hope that you give me one of your subs. You know what? Even if you don't like me, I'll still accept your sub. I'll still treat you decent when you come in here, as long as you treat me decent and don't get too like Michael Stone. He's just one of those guys that thinks he's funny. But I'll show you all the respect, Sean. That I give you my word on. Hello, Michael Stone, douchebag. Okay. Irish Gringo. Evening, folks. Just in the door from work. What am I missing? Irish Gringo. People someone just asked me my nationality, and I had to fess up to them that I was from Ireland. My family is. So I guess you're an Irish Gringo. That makes me an Irish Gringo. Jared Hills. Haha. Awesome, Lee. Use your platform. Thank you. Oh, here's Michael Stone. Let's see what Michael Stone has to say. I'm asking because you sound like you have marbles in your mouth. Hi, everyone. Never attacked this guy in my life. He told me I had marbles in my mouth the other day. People, I'd like to ask you a question. Do I sound like I have marbles in my mouth? If I had marbles in my mouth, that means nobody would be listening to my show and they wouldn't be in here. So, Michael, do you think I have marbles in my mouth now? But Michael, you know what? Did you give me your sub? Please give me your sub, Michael. I'll take your sub, even though you're what Johnny calls a keyboard warrior, Johnny Alite. You will attack me from your keyboard. But you know what, Mike? I will attack you with my mouth where you can see my face. If you want to come on my show, I will debate you. How about that, Mike? You tell me you want to come on my show. You give me your email. I will send you a link, and you can come on my show and you can debate me. How's that? And I won't do like what the other guys do and like just erase you from the show. So do that. Let me know what your email is, and I'll send you a link, and you can come on the show and debate me. I think that's fair. Okay, Jojo, my crop McFriend. Okay, Lee, where do you do your time, if you don't mind me sharing? Oh, I was in Queens, House of Detention. I was at Rikers Island. I was I was up in Westchester County, up there for a while. I've always been lucky because I've done my time in. I always had some decent lawyers, or I was lucky enough to have a good lawyer, and I did my county time. And even though I slept close to the big house, I never made it. So I guess I'm a lucky man not to make it. But I was a young, stupid kid. I did a lot of stupid things in my life, and I never denied otherwise. But I never beat nobody up with a baseball bat. I never molested anything. I never hurt a child. I don't do stuff like that. The things I did was stuff that just affected my life dramatically. And it was always greed and money. And I never hid that from anybody. And you got to remember, I grew up in the streets. I was a runaway when I was 16 years old. I went to Times Square. I slept under cardboard boxes. I slept in movie theaters. Remember back in the days in Times Square where they had the movie theaters? They would have 4 karate movies in one theater. I used to like that because I used to be able to go in the theater when I was a kid and sleep there at night. So that's basically what I'm talking about. But luckily now, my life's not like that. But Jim, thank you for your question. Yes, Jojo, New York is trash right now in the 20s, but you are who you elect, and you keep electing those guys. They don't care about the people. Miami, Irish or some descent people far better and more trustworthy than Italians. Well, I'm not going to get into that one. Italians and Irish have been going at it for a long time. I know some really good Italian people. Let me tell you something. I've been to some Italian Christmas celebrations. No one can celebrate Christmas like the Italians, and that's for damn sure. And thank God for their food. Miami Heat fights. Okay. Durat. Okay. Please give us your height and weight and maximum bench press. You know something? I used to work out. I used to bench over 400 pounds. I used to work out with over 300 pounds. I was a pretty tough guy when I was a young kid, but I wasn't one of those guys that went out looking to beat up gangsters or mess with gangsters because, you wake up dead, if that makes any sense. Okay, Michael, don't know Elite from a can of paint, but I do know Jimmy, Sammy, and Larry. Okay, so Jimmy Calandra. I get along great with Jimmy. I don't really attack Sammy, even though Sammy tried to stop me from going on one time. And as for Larry, I don't know nothing about Larry, and I don't really care to know about Larry. So if you think you're defending them, you're against me, you're defending, I talk to Jimmy all the time. Jimmy and I have become friends. So I don't know why you're attacking me for that. And as for Sammy, Jimmy went down and visited Sammy, and that had to be one of the most exciting things ever. But, Sammy did what he did. But, that's between the Gottis and Sammy. I'm not, people say, oh, you're friends with the Gottis. No, I'm not friends with the Gottis. I'm just doing what I think is right. I just don't think that you're supposed to be attacking a man that died like that. An awful death chained to his bed. And he died. Our government didn't even have the decency to take the cuffs off of him and let him die in peace. What did they think he was going to do? Get up and run out? That's how vicious our government can be, to make people die like that. So, that's, and then on top of that, today, Johnny comes out saying what a great man John Gotti was, how smart he was. It's like, come on, dude, you've been bashing John Gotti Sr. forever. Now you're going to come out and say how great he is? See, Michael, I'll answer you. You put these up there. I'm not afraid to answer you, Michael. You can ask me whatever you want to ask. Okay. The bus boys at Olive Garden. Okay, Michael, they're still hitting on you, but you know what? It's like I said, Michael's here to stay as long as he doesn't get too disrespectful. You made a good choice leaving that shithole New York City for Texas. You're not, something? I remember when I was a kid, I loved New York City. There was nothing like Manhattan. I had an apartment on the 5th story walk up when I was 18 years old, down outside by the Palladium Theater. I paid $85 a week for it, and it had a tub in the middle of the kitchen. And now you can't even go near that building. But back then, when I was 18 years old, that was my first apartment that I ever had. And I was homeless, and I saved up my money. I got a job down in that area, and I lived in that apartment on the fifth floor, walk up. So, I love New York, and I get kind of insulted, when people say that I'm not a New Yorker. I'm more of a New Yorker than the people telling me I'm not a New Yorker. I grew up I am a real street guy. Not one of these fake street guys. You got these gangsters' sons and stuff that become gangsters, but they grow up in rich houses, and then they come out and be gangsters. And they don't know shit about the streets. And those are the guys that go to jail and snitch. That's what happens. Okay, Alite couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat. Okay. Nothing's going to happen to you, Lee. You know something? The only thing that's going to happen to me is when God's ready to take my ass, he's going to take my ass. Ain't a damn thing I can do it. I don't know how God's going to take me, and I don't know what day God's going to take me. But one thing we learned about that collapse of that building down in Miami, you can have the greatest, best life in the world and be alive and enjoying your life. And the next minute, you could be dead. And that's what happened to those people in Miami. And bringing that building up, that is criminal. Those people that own that building should all go to jail because they knew what was going on in that building. They knew what was going on in that basement, and they knew things were collapsing. And all those poor people that died, tell me that's not criminal. That's as gangster as you can get. That is something gangsters would do. I was watching the show this morning, and the last guy in there the day before the building collapsed took all these pictures of where the pool was, and there were chunks missing out of the wall. At that moment, they could have got up and told everybody to get out of that building. But out of greed, they chose not to. And look what happened. Bay 8th, as everybody knows, Bay 8th is part of Bath Ave area. And it's back in the day, it was quite a spot. One thing that I think is fucked up is all these turncoats are hanging out together. That's right. That's what they do. So here we go. We got all these turncoats. They all go to jail. They all rat. And then they all get out of jail. And what do? They look for each other. And they talk. And then they sit down. They'll meet. Like first thing they'll do is meet up in the chat rooms. And this is what Johnny Alite's famous for. And then all these rats will get together and think that they're still capos. They'll think they're still soldiers. They still walk around acting like gangsters, wearing sunglasses. Who wears sunglasses like Johnny Alite during an interview in a studio? I mean, they have that, like, I'm a cool guy look. And there's somebody out there that's like, man, I hate this rat. So these rats, they get together. It's like they should start a new family, a sixth family in New York, the rat family. And Johnny Alite can be the head of the rat family. And then that would be a very powerful family because those rats, a lot of those rats are vicious killers. So, that's a new gang. So now we have the rat family. So let's say that the sixth family in New York is the rat family. It's official. Okay. Leave the gun, take to the cannolis. Okay. Drosh says, please give us your height, weight, and maximum bet. You just said that, dude. Okay. I'm in my 50s now. My maximum bench weight, I bench my fat ass out of bed every morning. That's my maximum bench weight right now. Okay. How come Alite never mentions anyone's name? Well, he does. Well, the only names he mentions are the names of the people he's attacking because that's what he does really well. He attacks people. Barry says, how are my messages not coming on the screen? I see your messages, so I'm not touching them, Barry. Unless you said something really bad. I've erased a few messages, but they're only messages that I find that are horrible. I don't know if you sent any horrible messages, but if you want to get something out there, do it right now. The room's open. Let everybody see what you want to write. Don't worry, Lee. what's he going to do, Lee? Lie to you? Exactly. Okay, so I'm going to do a few more of these. I'm going to do 10 more minutes of these. I will give us the show 1 hour today. I got everything out that I wanted to say about Johnny Alite. I call him, I always mix up his name, but I like to call him Elite because he thinks he's very elite. So, that's something to remember. David, you always know when Elite lies, his lips move. Okay. I'm watching Mondo too. He has a channel. He was Emmy. Okay. We're in Texas. I'm in San Antonio, Texas Military City, USA. Well, I'm about maybe 8 hours from you. I'm up toward the really, really red part of Texas, pretty much. Baye says these turncoats considering should call themselves the Rat Pack, but that's an insult. I don't think Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Bishop, Sammy Davis, would even want to be associated with the current Rat Pack. And you know what's going to happen? Most of these rats will wind up in jail again, and we know this. And it's only a matter of time. Okay. Let's see. We got, I'm going to do one more and then I'm going to say goodbye. England, Euro. Just want to see the pay-per-view fight. Yeah, everybody wants to see that. Benny, yeah, I know the area. Was about to say the really white part, right? Well, I'm not going to say that. There's a lot of good Spanish people here. You got to remember, Texas is very, how do you say? You want to wave to people?
No, I want to water your plant.
You don't want to wave to people?
No desire for that.
Okay, she doesn't want to wave to people.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Okay.
Just watering the plant.
Okay. We're talking about Johnny Alite.
Oh, I can't believe it.
Yes.
You're kidding me.
Yes, he's been a bad boy today. Okay, and we're just spanking him.
Oh,
Okay.
hate the spankings.
Yes. Okay, Paul, the only people Alite has interest in mentioning are the ones that can bring him publicity and numbers, which is why he's desperate for Sammy to react to him. Alite wants his name up in lights. Yeah, he does want his names up in lights, but I'm going to dim his lights. How about that?
Oh, my God.
Okay. Barry, I previously wrote it again, and you will see it soon regarding Angel Gotti's statement regarding the site John Alite Facts. Have a look at this site. So much info on Alite on it. Yes, I talk about that again. Let me say it one more time. That's John Alite, or Light, or Global. Okay, and that's facts.com. So please check that site out. You'll see a lot of things that are actually very factual. And if they get stuff on there that they find out it's not factual, they take it down. That is a good site to read about the really John Alite. And that's why he's going after Angel Gotti so much, because he thinks that she has something to do with this site. I have no idea whether she does, but that's what he's thinking, and that's why he attacked her so hard. So closing up, let me see. So we know that Sammy Alite today attacked Sammy Gravano, Michael Franzese, Angel Gotti. That was the three people that he attacked. And I will know that my show is big enough when he attacks me. But once again, before I leave, I'm going to say this. John Alite, come on my show, or I'll go on your show. I want to debate you. This is a challenge. And right now, my station's growing faster probably than anybody's station. And right now, I mean, look how many, 200 subs every day, 200 subs. So within a month, if everything keeps up like this, I'll have a huge station. So I'm asking you to come on my station. I'll go on your station, and we'll debate this like men, okay? And you could sit down in your high chair and pretend you're 6'2". How's that? And someone told me that you drive in a car seat. I'm not sure if that's true, but if someone told me I drive in a car seat, I would debate them. So that's a debate challenge. Okay, everybody take care. I really enjoyed the show. Right now we have 180 people watching live. So that's a damn good number for in the middle of the day. And I appreciate everybody that's really helped this show grow. I'm almost at 1,000. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. I'd like to get to 1,000 people today. And the more power this show has, the more people can hear me about Johnny Alite and putting facts out there. And right now he's out there attacking everybody. He's attacking Mike Franzese, and he's attacking Sammy Gravano because he knows they won't fight back because they don't want to get into a fight. Their shows are way too big, and they don't want this to affect their numbers. But I'm about to make you guys a deal. I will continue my attacks on him until he debates me. If he debates me, I will never attack him again. That's my deal.
Don't do it.
If you debate me, I will never attack you again about what the scumbag you are. Okay? So everybody take care. Jimmy, Bay 8th, Brooklyn, home of the Rats. I'm sorry to say that, but you got the Nets too. The Nets and the Rats. Okay. Well, you guys take care. I'm closing out now. It's been a pleasure. Please subscribe. Please like my station. Like this video if you liked it today. Everybody take care. Bye.